Hey, third graders. Welcome to our Purpose as Readers today. I can use prefixes and suffixes to help me determine the meaning of unknown words. What is a prefix or a suffix? A prefix is a word part added to the beginning of a word. A suffix is added at the end of a word. Okay, now to figure out the meaning of a word with a prefix and a suffix, we're going to find the root word. Sometimes we call that the base word. So here's our example. I feel so discouraged, said Kim. I guess there's nothing we can do. So a root word, remember, is a basic word that has basic meaning and can stand on its own. So inside of this word, I see the word courage. We're going to look inside of the word. We're going to look outside of the word. And then we're going to plug in. Courage. That means to be brave or do things even if you think it's impossible. This prefix added to the beginning of the word is dis. Dis means not. Ed means that it happened in the past. So if you have courage, you are brave. Discourage means that you're not brave. So discouraged means not feeling brave or confident or upset. I feel so upset, said Kim. I guess there's nothing we can do. Well, that sounds right and makes sense. There's nothing we can do. If we plug in, we can plug in upset or disappointed. So we just used our root word, the prefix, and the suffix to determine the meaning of this word. We're going to go into the text, and then we're going to come back and answer these questions. We can use this same strategy of identifying prefixes, suffixes, and noticing the root word when we're reading in the text. If you look down at this last paragraph in this section, Dolores Goes to School, I have a word highlighted in green that has a prefix and a suffix and the root word. Remember, a prefix is added to the beginning of the word. A suffix comes at the end. And the root word is the word that has the meaning. So let's read our sentence. She decided to do something about the unfairness she saw. Okay, so ness means the state of something. Un means not, and I know I can take that off the word. So our root or base word is fair. If you're fair, it means you're treating someone the same. So if you are unfair, you're not treating someone the same. So if she decided to do something about the not fair she saw, there's a not fair state. It's in the way something's happening. So something's happening without being treated the same. Let's go to this next word. Every day, Dolores saw people working in unusually unsafe and disagreeable conditions. We have two words in here. Ly, Lee, means you're doing something a certain way. Un, again, means not. So that leaves us with that root word in the middle, usual. So every day, Dolores saw people working in a not usual way or a not usual way of being safe. And disagreeable conditions. All right, look at this word disagreeable. Now you try and find the root word. Let's check your thinking. Inside this word, I see the word agree. So that means that word agree can stand on its own. Able is a suffix. That means that you're able to do something. And dis means not. So, what do you think disagreeable means? Let's check your thinking. You are not able to agree with the conditions. So they wouldn't be good conditions. Let's put our strategy to use on this workbook page. Again, I can use prefixes and suffixes to help me determine the meaning of unknown words. Remember, a prefix comes at the beginning of a word, and the suffix gets added on to the end of a word. And also, we have to remember as third graders, we can take a prefix off of a word and we can take a suffix off of a word, have the root or base word left, and it still has meaning. Read each passage below, write the root word of each word in bold, then write the meaning of the word in bold. Number 1, the hockey players skated quickly. Okay, this is your turn. What do you think the root word is? So think if there's a prefix that's added to the beginning, or if there's a suffix that's added to the end that we can take off and still have a basic word with meaning. All right, let's check your thinking. Quick, does that match? Now, what is the meaning of the word? So if quick is our root word, li means to do something a certain way. What do you think the meaning is? Let's check your thinking. To move in a quick way. Number 2, the smell coming from the garbage was unpleasant. Go ahead and identify that root word. Let's check your thinking. Pleasant. With this word, we had a prefix that was added to the beginning that we could take off. Un. Un means not. So go ahead and use those clues to determine the meaning of unpleasant. Let's check your thinking. Not pleasant or enjoyable. All right, our last word for today. Mrs. Rieger's desk was disorganized. What is the root word? Organized. Does that match your thinking? That means that we have a prefix that was added to the beginning and a suffix that was added to the end that can also be taken off the word to find the root or base word. Dis means not. Go ahead and identify the meaning of disorganized. Not organized. Okay, third graders, you have just used prefixes and suffixes to help you determine the meaning of unknown words. Make sure you do that as you're reading your text.